Usually see some crazy stuff out here in the water, so I figured bring the GoPro today, see if we see anything. Hopefully nothing too crazy. I want to come back safe and sound. Enjoy. That was awesome. Those are my
I'm gonna tell you that I love you 100 times a day. You'll get tired of my voice, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I'll miss you. I'll miss you if you go. Yes, I'm gonna let you know just how much I tell your mama, I tell your papa too. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you that I need you. I need you every day. You'll get weary of my touch, that's how much I'm gonna tell you that I want you. I wanna let you know, oh, you're the only one for me, no one else. I'm gonna shout it out, yeah, up on the mountaintop. I'm gonna let everyone know about my love, so I really hope you love me too. Yeah, I really hope you love me too. Oh, there's something deep inside.
My name is Daniel Grizzle. I'm the managing director of Shirella Inn, which is a family-owned and managed small 59-bedroom hotel situated right in the center of the famous Negril beach. And I would like very much to invite you all to come and experience what life is like here in Shirella Inn, to be part of our extended family. Several of the rooms are just open, overlooking the beautiful Caribbean Sea, and you have tall, waving coconut trees to welcome you and keep you cool on the beach. And you have a warm and interesting staff here ready to keep you comfortable, to make you feel at home, and to enjoy that you stay happy and peaceful.
Scotch Boys.
Scotch Boys.
The Scotch Boys.
Scotch Boys, 100% Jamaican-owned company in Westmoreland.
This product is for Jamaicans. Everything about it, all the money is coming back to Jamaica.
Not only that, we are representing a history and a culture. And you know that the last podcast where Matthew was on, people were very proud of what he's done. Jamaicans don't mince words when you're messing up either. If we were doing a disservice to the brand or to the culture, it quickly let us know. We're really happy and proud of the product that we're creating, and over time, we want to be the red stripe of sauce.
We're gonna go on a little swimmy swim. Think I might try to get to the reef over there. It's like maybe 400 meters out or so. Haven't done that in a while. Might give that a go. But it's gonna be a relaxed one today. These are mornings in Negril. Let's do it.
I'm waiting for something to change. 'Cause when I'm not here, it's like I'm falling. And I don't know why I feel pain. 'Cause when I'm not here, I keep on falling. I'll be waiting in silence to see a little.
Good afternoon, everyone. Got a different setup today. We are here live at the Negril Rotary Club donkey races. This is a rough setup. I'm not even gonna lie. This is why we're starting so late. This wasn't the easiest setup to do, but I thought it was important to showcase this event. I wanted to do it for like the longest while, and kind of last minute, I was like, I just reached out to the Rotary Club. I was like, hey, what do you think of me just live streaming the event instead of volunteering? Because I volunteer every year, which I love doing and more than happy to do, but I feel like doing a live stream would just get so much more leverage and just worth the time and the effort that I put in here instead of being in like a ticket booth or something like that. But just here to bring the sights and sounds and the excitement of the donkey race. And that is the racing course, I guess you could call it. And I'm going to, every time they have a race, we'll like click over to that camera and show you guys what's going on. But this is an annual event that the Rotary Club does. It's their biggest fundraiser, and they do so much great work in Negril. And I've said this so many times before, like I really don't even want to wonder what Negril would be like without the Negril Rotary Club, because they just have such an immense impact on the community, especially on the kids. And I've seen a lot of these kids are now thriving adults making an impact on the community in their own way. And there's like so many stories of these young women and men just doing really great things, and they were led and really supported by not only the Negril community but definitely the Negril Rotary Club. So this is the Negril donkey races. It should be a fun one. We have a lot of interviews lined up, people talking about, like, letting us know a little bit more about what the Rotary Club does, different Rotary clubs around Jamaica, as a matter of fact. And again, I think this is so important to showcase an event of this nature, and then also showcase the people and the faces behind making this possible. So we have those folks coming up shortly. But like I said, this is a rough setup. It is so dusty here, and I'm gonna try. I don't know how long I'm gonna be out here. I'll just say that we're definitely not doing 3 hours today, because like there's just dust blanketing everything, all the equipment, and of course we don't want to get any of this stuff damaged. So just keeping that on in the back of my mind, the front of my mind, really. So we got just again give everybody like a bit of a background. They're like bounce abouts. There are like rides for kids. There are food vendors. I'm gonna switch to my phone at some point and show everybody what's going on and walk around a little bit. It definitely is gonna get noisy because they have a DJ, and I'm not gonna be having the mics that I have here. So just keep that in mind when I'm on my phone. We might not have the best audio, but at least you'll be able to get an idea of what the Negril Rotary Club donkey races are about. So we'll begin shortly, but we'll begin doing the interview shortly. But to start with, as usual, please let me know where everybody is chiming in from, what city, what state, what country. And I should also warn everybody, I'm almost certain there's going to be like a lot of distractions and people coming and interrupting and saying hello. And it's happened so many times already in the setup. I was like, man, I'm trying to set this thing up, but people just want to say hello, which is very cool. And just want to give a fair warning to everybody with that. So yeah, this is the setup. Let me see what's going on in the comments real quick. What's going on, Dale? Chiming in from St. Mary. Hi, Cherie. Chiming in from Florida. Chris Hill, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Justin, what's happening? Thanks for joining as usual. Hey, Donna. Donna says she picked up the Scotch Boys products at the airport. Last trip to Negril. They're great. Awesome. Happy to hear. Chris is chiming in from Panama City. Soon we'll be in JA next week. Awesome, man. Happy to hear. Jay Fitz, what's going on? Listening from cloudy/cold Atlanta. Wish I was in Negril. Wish you were here too, man. Wish you were here too. Oren, good day. Throp, happy Sunday to my fellow Jamaicans. Hope everyone is doing well. Oren, chiming in for Ocherias. Oh, awesome. You're welcome, Sherry. My pleasure. My pleasure. What's going on, Andrew? Thanks for joining. Kuya, I'm so happy they still have the donkey races. Yeah, definitely. Like, I was trying to figure out how to live stream my drone, but it was just too, like, this whole thing, how it came together was just so last minute. I just didn't want to add another thing to the equation. But you'll get I think we have some good angles here, and you'll get a good sense. And like I said, I'm gonna walk around a little bit later to show everybody. Chris chiming in from Strong Island. Actually, the Traveler's Donkey won, I believe, our first 2 races. At least the last race. I was trying to get us on stream so we could show that race, but no worries. We made it to the next round. Dave Pitts says, great idea to broadcast from the Negril Donkey races. Yeah, I thought so too. Thanks, man. Thank you all for joining in on it as well. Cherie, hi everyone. Wow, nice to see this. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm so happy to do this. I'm so happy that I put in the effort to do this. I wanted to do it for a while, like I said. Two Princess says, I'm in Vegas. A Black American retired vet would like to move to Jamaica. I gave her channel, your channel to watch. Okay, awesome. Sunshine Baby watching from London. Nice to have you from across the pond. Wallen says, the Girl Donkey Race, never heard of it. Thanks for sharing. Throughout Media, absolutely. And I'm just going to be listening out for when the next race is. So if I just stop whatever it is I'm talking about and switch to the main camera, then that's what I'm doing. I just want to make sure you guys can see at least a few races. Kuya's chiming in from Ochi. Wish you were here as well. It's going to be an awesome event. It's been an awesome event, I should say. Sandy, you're welcome. Chiming in from Florida. Justin was here last year. Awesome. My Serenity, watching from Portland, Jamaica. I'm getting out to Portland this year, 100%, no question. I don't know when. I want to start planning this, hopefully before the summer, as a matter of fact. But I'm definitely going to get out there at some point. Thanks, Kenneth. Make sure you send this to Eddie. I told Eddie I was going to send him this. Make sure you send it to him. And share this live stream. Yeah, I always forget. I gotta send this. I gotta send this out. Let me do that real quick. Man, I gotta get one of these blowers to get some of this dust off. Give me 1 second. All right, back. I'm live streaming. Yeah. See, I told you. People are just gonna come up to me. Yeah, man. Yeah. No. They're still doing it. New York. Yeah. We in the building, Brooklyn. Yeah. Yes. All right. Told you. He didn't say Long Island, so I just said Brooklyn. All right. Back on it. I got to. Yeah. Let me send this out. Sorry, I always forget to send this out. All right, seems like they're getting ready for the next race. And let me know how the sound is as well. There's a lot going on. The Peanut Man is right there. We got the DJ in the back, the MC on the mic. A lot of things happen, a lot of things going on here. Ice cream trucks. Got me here in the corner. Somebody just before I went live, somebody asked me about the U.S. travel warning, and I feel like, and again, if I was going to talk about it, I feel like it was gonna like we just talked about this. What's up, Endo? You're good? I feel like we just talked about this like just a few months ago, but I figured this is kind of a good way to show people like I think you're more than okay here in Jamaica. I mean, there's so many tourists here that's just enjoying themselves, living their best lives, having a great time. Not only here at the donkey races, but like all over Negril. Like Negril is like really, really packed out. Um, it's just interesting, like interesting timing. And sometimes when they put these things out, you like wonder what's happening, what's going on. Like I haven't like heard anything. I know I said this like last week. I haven't heard anything in respect as to why. The health situation, like they were talking about like the hospital and getting, you know, quality care and things of that nature. Again, I don't really have any inside information on that, but I think us as a community, like the Thrive community, we have a decent understanding of the shortfallings of the healthcare system that we currently have in place. Things seem to be moving in the right direction, or at least a positive direction. But again, I don't know what sparked it or what was behind the reason why they did it now at this time. But again, I'm like, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more people coming here, coming to this donkey race shortly, and you'll see like this place is going to be packed out. When the race starts, you're going to just see like everybody go to the course, the race course, and you'll see how many people are actually here. And also when I walk around, you'll see that as well. Justin says the video resolution looks low. Yeah, that's also part of the roughness of this setup is the Wi-Fi is just not good. I'm sorry about that. Just bear with me with it. It's just really like trust me, did my best under the circumstances with how everything with this setup, but I figure it was worth it. Like I said, I think I got maybe like we're not going 3 hours. We're probably doing an hour and change just because the dust is just so crazy. Jay Fitz says a U.S. travel warning, more U.S. propaganda. It feels that way. It just feels like a little silly, you know. It just feels like really, really silly. I mean, I can't say that like you know they're just doing it because they're against Jamaica, but I guess I just don't understand it. Oren says, Throp, that warning mic came about as a result of the lady that had the mental breakdown at the airport due to the circumstances of the video via social media. Huh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe. Because that thing was like everywhere. And I mean, once I saw it on Reddit, I was like, oh my goodness. You don't want to make it on Reddit. And it was just like, that was a crazy situation. And I don't know like how she was treated, you know, and what kind of help she got. But you're right. Maybe that was it. Who knows? Who knows? All right. I was just about to move to something. I forget. People keep saying hi, so I'm like losing my train of thought here. What were we going to move into? It's something. Hold on. Cherie says the good thing is a lot of people know better than to follow those warnings. Always travel with some caution, but America needs travel warning if you ask me. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. Yeah, there's a lot to be concerned for over there. Donna says, I belong to groups with visitors to Jamaica. A current comment from many U.S. visitors was that based on the criteria of the advisory, many U.S. cities should have a travel warning. Sounds about right. Yes, Mystical. I was thinking the same thing. It can't be that bad because Prince Harry and Princess Meghan was there. Yeah, they came here for the Bob Marley movie, One Love premiere last week, as a matter of fact, during the travel advisory. So, again, go figure. Who knows? Sandy B says, just sent this live stream to someone who responded. I'm in the grill. Said it was Karen. Douglas is watching from Hollywood, California, represents Clarendon, Jamaica. Awesome. Trying to figure out what's going on here. Hold on, I'm gonna man the camera. Try to get you guys on what's happening. 1 second. Yeah, I can't really see much from here, but get the idea. All right, our first guest is actually on the way. He is the current Negril Rotary Club president, and he's going to give us some insight into the different projects that the Rotary is working on, and then also a little bit of a background on the Negril donkey races as well. Andrew asks, what donkey is your money on this year, Throp? It's on the Traveler's donkey. Which one? We won the first race. Travelers won the first race. So the next race should be coming up shortly. Orange says it's way too coincidental that the warning, especially the health aspect of the statement, came shortly after the airport incident with the lady. Katie's watching from Miami. He thinks they think it's propaganda. It's something. That bass is kicking. I just remember what I was going to talk about. Did everybody? I'm not sure if everybody saw the interview that we did yesterday. I should say, released yesterday. It was a lot of engagement in the comments, to say the least. I'm putting it in the comments here. You can watch it a little later if you haven't seen it. But it was a very good interview with myself and Felicia Headley. She's a realtor and also an interior stylist. She designed my studio, and it was a very riveting conversation, to say the least. For those that were in the premiere, I never have seen so much engagement before. Like, so many people going back and forth on just like, I guess it was controversial. I guess you could say it was controversial, especially like the dating part. But she's very good at what she does, and she has a lot of properties that she is selling and renting in Montego Bay. And we didn't really get very much into the details of those properties, but I think it's worth, like, I don't have a lot of Montego Bay realtors, so she's right there on the top of the list for the most part. The other thing I want to announce is next week we are going to start our first private stream, which is next Saturday. So if you only are here on what you call the channel members side, please, we're going to reach out to you and figure out how we can get you the link, because we're doing everything through Patreon, but we obviously don't want to forget about our channel members here on YouTube. But this is the Thropper Think Tank Zoom call, and it's just going to be a small group of us where everybody will be able to interact with me, interact with each other, ask questions, and I'm trying to do this once a month. That's my goal, to do this once a month, to be very interactive. Obviously, we have this live stream that we do every Sunday, but we're only interacting with each other. We're only interacting with each other. Sorry, I'm just watching a little bit of chaos here. Yeah, we're only interacting via text. Like I'm just talking to you, and and then you're just texting me in the comments. So this way, and like the reason behind this is just like in the last few weeks, especially, I would even say like the last few months, like the end of last year, I've just been getting like so many inquiries about like just different people needing assistance with like their situation, whether it's like investing or buying a home or needing a connection with, whether it's representation or whatever have you, like trying to get their citizenship. Everybody has different reasons, but like I feel like there are so many people that are in the same boat, and it's just so hard for me to just help one person at a time and to do like this consultation, because like it's just so many people asking me the same thing. So I figured, what's the best way to do it? How can I help, say, a group of people to talk about whatever it is that they need assistance with, or even go through different ideas? And people are always bringing me different opportunities, whether it's to do a development, to buy land, or this business idea or that business idea. It's gotten a little crazy. So to me, like, this was the best way to do it, to have this this Zoom call, and I think it's just this much better. So we're gonna give it a shot next Saturday. I haven't put it up on Patreon, but we're gonna be putting it up tomorrow, as a matter of fact. So if you want to join in on that, so it's $20. So $20 a month, and you could come on this live stream and you can interact with me directly. We'll probably do 60-90 minutes or something like that, and just experimenting it out. So I just want to let everybody know that we have this starting next weekend. I think they were doing a dance contest, but we're just too far away. Justin says you can set up a private channel on YouTube and invite Patreon and YouTube members. That's kind of a good idea. But Justin, I want to be able to like video call with you, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want it to just be me talking. I want it to be like all of us interacting with each other. So that therein lies the issue. Like that's why we were like, let's do Zoom. It's a good idea. Good idea. This race is in Negril. This is at Waves Negril. This is at Waves. Sheila says, after watching a documentary on Haiti and how France and the U.S. manipulate World Bank to destroy Haiti, I know conspiracies are real. Yep, I remember going to Haiti and like going. I don't remember the name of the museum, but like after I went to it, like that's where I really learned the history of Haiti, which was like crazy. I mean, what a conspiracy to just keep this country down. All right, we have our first interview coming up right now. One moment. All right, we have our first guest interview right now coming from Jam West. Hello. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Okay, very good. Thank you for hopping on last minute.
Okay.
We just met. What's your name?
My name is Deidrean Williams. I work for John West Sales and Marketing. Yes, I work at the sales office on the Beach Road, Norman Valley Boulevard.
And you do both Jam West Beach and Jam West Adventure Park?
Yes, so we switch it up a little. So sometimes I'm at the park and sometimes I'm at the beach.
Okay. Okay, so which one do you want to tell us about first?
I can tell you about either one, anyone
Okay.
you want. So John West Adventure Park. That's our first baby. But Jam West Beach is really young, so that's our newest addition. We recently opened Jam West Beach in July. So what we did was we tried to open for the Dream Weekend Rush. We were the redemption center for your Dream Weekend armband. So anyone who purchased Dream Weekend tickets, you had to redeem it there. Right now we have the gift shop that recently opened there. We have a restaurant, bar, we have a roast where you can have a chef prepare your food right in front of you. And then it's like a round table setting. We host events such as weddings, birthdays, all of that there.
And so, just so everybody knows, Jam West Beach is where I did the farewell party for farewell dinner for ThriveX 2023. Amazing service, amazing food. The venue is beautiful. It's obviously brand spanking new. And I just think it's just such a great asset to Negril and something that the market needed. And I think it's gonna, like my opinion, I think it's gonna inspire other investors and other restaurateurs to come to Negril.
Right. I agree with you. The adventure park, however, it has been open for 7 years now. So a lot of people are more familiar with the adventure park. I don't know if you had prior knowledge of the adventure park, but before we became an adventure park, we were a motorsport where we do race cars, race driving, drag racing, and all of that. So before we became an adventure park, that was what we initially had there. And then they ventured into tours. So we have a lot of tourists on a daily basis where we send out ATV tours, zip line, horseback riding, push carts, and also our cultural tour, Jam Culture. And we also try to accommodate locals as much as possible. That's one of our key selling points. We are very accommodating, and locals tend to visit our adventure park more so than other adventure parks.
Which one is your favorite?
My favorite tour is zip line.
Zip lining?
Yes. I'm still scared of doing the zip line. I still haven't opened my eyes. So I've never done the zip line and actually open my eyes because it's so scary. But it's really fun. I've done the zip line. I've done all the tours, but so far zip line is my favorite.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. I did a video. I just put it in the comments of Jam West. Man, it's 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Well, a lot have changed in 4 years, so I do hope that you visit the park again.
Okay,
someday.
I gotta come back.
Yes, you have to come again.
But my favorite was the race car experience.
Yeah,
Like,
driving
like,
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because like, how often do you have an opportunity to do that? Go on like a professional racetrack and just zoom around
that's
it.
true. All right. So with that, no, we sell that a lot to tourists. We get a few 1 and 2 local bookings, which we are looking to engage the local crowd more.
Mm-hmm.
So we try to come up with stuff to cater to locals, because what we do, we try to discount our local rates and packages so that the local clients can take advantage of what we have to offer there.
And I understand like people as far as like even Ocherias come there for the day.
Yes, they do. We pick up. We have a pickup service. We don't pick up as far as Ocherias,
Yeah.
but we did an extension in our pickup service. So we are now picking up from as far as Trelawney.
Oh wow.
So we pick up from Royalton Blue Waters, Ocean Eden. We pick up from the resorts in Trelawney to bring them to the adventure park.
Okay, somebody's asking in the comments, where is the zip line at? They have friends coming tomorrow who want a zip line.
So the zip line is at Old Hope, Little London. So it's at the adventure park. Everything is is at one location. So
Okay.
we have the ATVs, the zip line, and the horseback riding in one location. If you'd like to book, you can go online at jamwest.com, or you can book through our sales office, which is where I'm based. We have a WhatsApp line and also a landline. The WhatsApp line is 475-7588. So it's 1-876-475-7588. That's the WhatsApp line. You can send a text message there, and someone will be in office to assist you with your questions.
What's the website again?
So it's 1-876.
No, the website.
Oh, it's jamwest.com.
Okay, I'm putting that in on there so everybody can see that. So there, it's you could WhatsApp the number right there on your screen, 876-475-7588, or you can go to gemwest.com and you can. There you go. The link is right there on the screen, and then you have you said you do pickups. So there, I don't know, Carla, if your friends are staying in Negril, they can be picked up at their
Yeah,
hotel.
so we pick up in Trelawney, Montego Bay, and Negril.
Okay.
And Grand Palladium, but we mostly pick up at the resort. So like Key, we don't stop on the side of the road, so we pick up at the resort. So Secrets, Ibero, Hilton, Grand Palladium, so all the resorts in Montego Bay, we do pickups there, starting from Ibero back to Secrets.
What if you're in an Airbnb?
We would advise you to normally meet at a mutual spot because we don't want our buses to really turn off.
Gotcha.
So the closest point to you, the closest resort to you, we would advise you to meet the bus there, and we pick you up there.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We also have I think we have the only working water park in Western Jamaica right now. I don't know if there's any other water park around, but in Western Jamaica, I'm certain that we're the only water park. So we get a lot of locals there. International clients use it as well, but we get a lot of locals using the water park. So the water park is one of our highest selling thing that's at the park right now. So from 3 to 11 is 3,500 to access the water park.
Mm-hmm.
So under 3, we don't charge under 3. So if you have a child under 3, they're free. 12 years and older is $4,500, including adults. So
You get to hang out there the whole day?
For the whole day.
Okay.
So the water park has an adult pool. It has a kiddies pool. It has water slides, adult water slides. It has a jungle gym, trampoline, ball pit. Yes, and you have lifeguards there, music and bars over the water park. So it's good to host your birthday there. If you have a child and you want to host a little birthday party, you can do that there as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Anything else you want to mention before you leave?
Yes. So the Jamwest Beach property, Jamwest Beach, we recently started selling catamaran tours. So we bought some catamaran. We're currently selling catamaran tours starting this month from Jamwest Beach.
Okay,
So
excellent.
for locals, we give you a discounted rate, which is $63 per person, $8,900. That's the exchange amount. And for international clients, depending on where you're coming from, if we're going to pick you up from Montego Bay, we're selling it for $120, and from Grand Palladium it's $95, and from Negril it's $90. So the catamaran is the hit seller. I did my familiarization tour yesterday and it was amazing. So it's a good vibe. So it's free drinks and snacks on board, and we take you out. You do snorkeling, you go to Rick's Cafe, watch the sunset, and get back. So it's a good tour, good experience if you are interested in that.
And it leaves from Jamwest Beach.
So it leaves from Jamwest Beach. Then we go out and we do like a 45-minute snorkeling session, and then we head to Rick's Cafe where we stop there for an hour, and then we party our way back to Jam West Beach. Sorry.
Awesome. And what time does that start?
So boarding starts at 2:50 there. Yes.
And how far in advance do you need to make a reservation?
You can do a same day bookings, or the maximum capacity for the boat right now is 60. And we're expecting larger boats to come here by maybe the latest March. We should have another boat that holds a greater capacity. Yes.
Amazing, man. You guys just keep adding and adding on to
Yes,
it.
that's one thing I love about working at Jam West Adventure Park. Jam West is a very innovative company. We're always expanding. We're always trying to venture into new areas. You know, that's what I enjoy about working at Jam West Adventure Park.
Awesome. Never boring.
No,
Never
it's never
dull.
boring. There's always something new.
Awesome. Okay, thank you for stopping by.
You're welcome.
Last
Thank
minute.
you for having me.
Of course. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have a
Nice
good
to meet
day.
you. You too. You're fine. All right, thank you. That was Jam West. All right, I'm gonna fix the camera. We're gonna transition. Give me a sec. We're gonna show you back to the donkey races. And for those that are just joining, we are at the Negril Rotary Club donkey races, just showcasing the day's event and how it goes. This is one of the biggest charity events, I believe, in Negril, but definitely the biggest charity event for the Negril Rotary Club, who does so much great work here in Negril. And for those who are interested, in doing the adventure park, Jam West Adventure Park, their contact information is right there, 876-475-7588. And to get more detailed information on all their tours and their new property, Jam West Beach here in Negril, you can go to their website, www.jamwest.com. I talk about these guys all the time. They are an investment group, at least to me. I look at them as an investment group that really believes in Negril, believes in the West, and are putting their money where their mouth is. And I really believe like they are like changing the business dynamic of Negril like in a very, very big way. So really happy to have a representative on the pod, and really happy to know that they continue to invest in Negril and expand their operations. So best of luck to them. Definitely support them as much as you can. Like I said, I did my all white farewell dinner at Jam West Beach, and do not regret it. I think I picked the best venue I could have picked to do that last year. It was just so fitting and just very well set up, and really enjoyed it. All right, let me adjust the camera angle here, and I'll be right back shortly.
So many prizes right now to be going. The first one, male or female, this is out to you. Anyone can tell me the name of all.
Take it right here.
If you can tell the name of all three donkeys,
All right. All right, we have our next guests coming on. I just want to give a quick shout out to Sharon Fraser Fergus for becoming our newest channel member. Really, really appreciate the support. And if you want to support the channel directly, that's one of the easiest ways to do it is to become a channel member or a Patreon. Thank you so much. What's going on, Julia? I haven't seen you in so long. Good to see you on here. Nice to have you. All right, all right. Thanks again, Sharon. Okay, so we have with us here Miss Faye Campbell, and she is a past district governor for the Rotary Club of, which number is it?
District 7040.
District 7040. And where are you based now?
I'm based in Ottawa, and District 7040 encompass Eastern Ontario, Northern Quebec, and Western New York, upstate New York, and Iqaluit. So we are in 2 countries and 2 languages.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't, obviously I don't know District 40. I thought it was in Jamaica.
7040,
oh,
no.
Okay.
I am American, well, Canadian really, but part of our district is in the States, upstate New York.
I see. Okay, and what year or years were you at that position?
District governor was 21, 22.
Okay, great. And are you a Rotary Club member here?
No, but over the pandemic, I visited club all around the world. And one of the club, Dominica from the Rotary Club of Montego Bay, would visit clubs virtually in Canada.
Yeah.
And I was in one of the clubs that she visited. And I said, oh, I'm from Noble St. James. I was born in Montego Bay. I'm from Noble St. James. And over the 4 years, we've been talking, and I decided that, guess what? February 6th is also my birthday. So I'd like to come and celebrate my birthday with Bob Marley in Jamaica. So here I am.
Amazing. Awesome. So with that, probably everybody doesn't understand what the Rotary Club in general, like globally, is. Can you just give us a little bit of a breakdown on what that is, what they do, and what it's about?
Okay, so Rotary Club was started over 123 years ago by this guy named Paul Harris. And he was in Chicago, and there was a need for toilet, and he started building toilets. So Rotary Club, we are a service organization that is all over the world, and our service is peace and conflicts, education, mothers and child support, and we just reach out to the less fortunate, and we try to build from the ground up. So one of the things why I joined Rotary and like Rotary is that Rotary does not come and tell you what is good for you. Rotary asks, how can we help you? So if we go to a community that need to build a well, 99% of the people in the community have to agree that they want that well. Because when we build the well, the people in the community has to own the well, and they have to take care of it. So that's basically what, and the same with education. The people, it's a community-based project that will help the community that's in great need. Mother and maternal health. One of the things that Rotary does is we give scholarship. Like my club in Canada give us scholarship to Edna College for students who are in need and can't pay their tuition. So every year we give bursaries for over 2,000 each Canadian dollars to each student who are in need.
Awesome. And then have you worked with the Negril Rotary Club before?
No, this is my first time working with the Negril Rotary Club. So this is exciting, and it's wonderful to see what they're doing. I'm really, I'm considering this as a pre-birthday celebration. It is just absolutely wonderful.
Oh, excellent. Okay, I got a bunch of your Rotary Club members pointing at me for their interview. So I just want to thank you. Is there any, before we let you leave, is there anything else that you want to mention about your club and what you guys are doing and what projects you have coming up?
Oh, what we're doing a project in Dominica because after the hurricane, we need to rebuild. So we are doing a virtual project in Dominica. And one of the things that Rotary does that is fantastic, what we call friendship exchange. So a group of Rotarians can go anywhere in the world to visit. And polio eradication is one of Rotary's signature projects because we want to eradicate polio around the world.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you very much, Ms. Campbell, for joining me. Appreciate your time. And I will see you around for sure. And happy birthday when it comes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'll be back shortly, and we're going to get ready for our next guest. We are here at the Negril Rotary Club Donkey Races, their annual charity event that they do here at Waves Negril. And right now we're just interviewing a few of the Rotary Club members, really from all over the world, as a matter of fact, but a lot from here in Jamaica, just learning about the different projects that they're doing and learning about eventually a little bit more about the Negril Rotary Club Donkey Races and what the efforts go towards. I'll be back shortly with our next guest. All right, we got our next guest coming on shortly. Just giving them a chance to get themselves ready. Can you all hear the music in the background? It's hard for me to know if you can hear it or not because it's like so loud that I'm hearing it I'm hearing it over my headphones. What's going on, Avon? Thanks for joining. Shayna, what's going on? Joan chiming in from Bermuda. Thanks, Justin. Appreciate that. It's so loud here. It's crazy. It's so loud. Marvin says, love this. Wish I could be there to support my colleagues of the Negril Chamber of Commerce. Oh, music is on the stream. All right. I just hope it's not unbearable. But Justin says the audio is good. Cool. Julie says, left my throt bag. It is in your manager's office. I'm hoping to get it back in April. Yeah, no problem. I got extra bags, if anything. So I got you, Julia. No problem. Okay, I know we're going to get demonetized, so I might as well turn it up. Yep. Come on over. All right, I might need to Yeah. Okay. The race is about to start, so we're gonna show that quickly.
Number one, for the Obama course. One of scuba did not make it to today. They need some booze. It's music. As in the lead cruising and control. As deep footwear. Make it look so easy. The Jamaican color. We've got folks about the show they want to center. Pictures in the making it nice and smooth. As you go around. Coming around the first corner. And all the way going nice and strong. I don't know what's happening with traffic. One of scuba and upon the shore. But this is just moving and grooving. Smooth like a early Sunday morning. You know, pressure no problem. But stop now. It's all broken now. Here we go. That money is all the way coming around. Starting. Coming up quickly is the One Love Scuba Center. Now into second. But Dix is not moving when he starts to move once again. As you come out to the front of the stretch. And it's donkey number 4. We're going around one more time. One more time around the track. We got Dix in the lead. Come on up, One Love Scuba. Struggling so far with that broken apart. Seems not interested. Doesn't want to be here. We're still on the way. And Dix is right. People along. Following. Other guys in there behind. One Love Scuba. And of course, still up. One more stretch to go. And over upon the road, who seems right now not interested. But look at this. Look at this.
All right. So Michelle.
We're having a feed donkey day. They move, they stop. They move, they stop. But so far,
All right. I'm not sure how well you could see that, but that was a donkey race. It's actually going counterclockwise, so it took me a second to catch it. All right. We have our next guest, another Rotary Club member.
Hi.
Here we go. I'm going to ask you to speak just a little bit more into the mic. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. I'll just lean in.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So if you would, could you just introduce yourself to everybody, what you do, where you're from?
My name is Michelle Daswani. I am a past assistant governor for Jamaica, District 7020. And I am a past president of the Rotary Club of Montego Bay.
Excellent, excellent.
And I am originally from Hong Kong.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So after I got married and I moved here, I joined the Rotary because my family has always been in Rotary.
I hear like the Jamaican accent though.
Yes, I have all sorts of mixed up accents in
I'm
there.
like, is there a word you're saying it's coming out? And so I thought you were Jamaican.
Yeah, it does come out.
Okay,
Yes.
interesting.
I'm married to a Jamaican.
I see. And so when did you move from Hong Kong?
In the year 2000.
In the year 2000. You've been here 24 years.
Yep.
Okay. I've been here 18 years and I still have not lost my New York accent.
I've got the other accents all hidden. It's okay.
Gotcha. That's impressive. That's what I'm trying to say. Excellent, excellent. So how long have you been, what made you become a Rotarian and how long have you been a Rotarian?
I've been a Rotarian for 23 years.
Yeah.
Why I joined Rotary, my family, my uncle was a past district governor in Hong Kong and Taiwan. Rotary just runs in my family.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I've always been, my father was a lodge person. And so service organizations have always been part of our family philosophy.
I see. And can you tell us about some projects that you did or what you worked on while you were district governor?
Yes. Well, I work with the clubs, but within my club, which is the Rotary Club of Montego Bay, we have several signature projects. We've got a water and sanitation project, which is one of our very popular projects. It's where we go into the rural areas, not even so much rural also anymore. Water is a big issue in Jamaica. Getting water to schools. So we go, it doesn't cost a lot of money. It's $1,000 project, US dollars. We buy a great big water tank, which holds a lot of water. And we get a plumber in there. We install it in the schools because when the water is shut off, you can't have school. The schools have to close down. So we have gone into these schools to see where the need is and to put in that infrastructure for them so they can function because water is a necessity.
And is that an ongoing project?
Constantly, yes.
Constantly. Okay. And approximately how many schools have you done so far?
Wow, I think we've probably done about 95, if not 100,
Wow.
and we still have more to go. And it's a great international project for us to team up with other Rotary clubs outside of Jamaica. Easy for them to check off their list, an international project, easy to do. We handle everything on the ground, and it's great. And aside and apart from that, so Rotary has different areas of focus. You've got maternal and child care, you've got literacy. So we also have a scholarship program that we provide scholarships every year. We've been doing this. Our club was chartered in 1961. So we are the second oldest club in Jamaica, and we've had that project since the beginning.
I see. Do people, generally speaking, understand that there are so many schools that don't have access to water, or at least backup water when it goes out?
No, they don't. And the schools that we provide them for are government schools. They're public schools, not private schools, public schools.
Okay. Any other projects that you're working on?
Wow. There's so many,
right?
Because we've been around for a long time and we have many projects. We normally do a feeding project for the poor and the indigent. There are a couple of videos online for us where it shows how we feed the needy, as well as wheelchair projects where we've teamed up with other organizations, other nonprofits, brought in specialty wheelchairs, fit them to the severely handicapped because you have to fit them. And so they come disassembled and we get them in, we assemble them and fit them around the child. We've done it with children as well as adults, and it's on a need basis. We partnered with the hospital before. We just had a wheelchair distribution last June, I believe. There's a great need. There's a great need, and disability is not really on the forefront of a lot of people's agenda when it comes to charitable donations.
And do you have any charity events coming up that you want to tell us about, fundraising events?
That would belong to our fundraising chair.
Okay. All right. Just thought I'd ask, if anybody wanted to assist or.
Well, yeah. I mean, there used to be a signature event that we used to do, which was the wine event in Montego Bay, and it was a premier event. Many people came out and supported. It was a lovely evening, and we're going to bring it back next year. Awesome. COVID kind of put a wrench in everything for us. So it'll come back next year. So 2025.
Okay. We'll look out for it. Thank you for your time, Michelle. I appreciate it. I think we all learned a lot here about what you do, what the district governor does, and also about the Montego Bay Rotary Club as well.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, take care. All right. That was Michelle, former district governor from Montego Bay. We'll get back to the donkey races here, the Negril Rotary Club donkey races, annual charity event, and we are just rolling through our interviews now. We're going to set up for the next person who's going to sit down with us in a few short minutes. All right, we have our next guest on here. Another Rotarian, president of Green Island Sunrise Rotary Club, Mr. Carlton. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
You're actually familiar with the channel already?
No, not that much, but I see you're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So what we're doing is like basically I'm just trying to get like share with my audience, share with my community here an understanding of what the different Rotary clubs do, what projects you're working on. And so if you can just give us like a brief background on yourself and then also perhaps what your mandate is for your presidency.
Okay. I am the president for the Rotary Club of Green Island Sunrise, and we founded on the latter part of 2019, just about when COVID started hit. And we've gone through COVID, still keep the club alive, and we do a lot of projects. We do school projects, we do feeding projects, where we would have gone to the community health center, and we do a soup kitchen for them every Thursday of the week. And then I partner with Mary's Shack Foundation, and we do a lot of food on Christmas Day, like 200 foods, and just go on the street for the street people and for shut-ins. That's what we do.
And have you worked with the Negril Rotary Club before?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do. In terms of if they have a health fair, we'll volunteer.
Okay. And can you I want to we're going to talk more about Rotary, but like you're in Green Island.
Green Island, yeah.
What made you start a club in Green Island?
I see Green Island as the sleeping giant.
Okay.
In the sense that the largest hotel up there in Jamaica, 2,000 bedroom hotel, is being built. Presently, it's being built in Green Island, and it's called the Princess Hotel. Up for opening June of this year, so I gather. And as such, I see the commerce increasing, and I'm think that it is necessary to have a social club, and that is the reason why we started the Rotary Club of Green Island. Yeah.
And what do you think the impact of Jamaica's largest hotel is going to be, the largest hotel, which is in your backyard? What do you think the impact is going to be on, say, the average Jamaican in your community?
Yes, a lot of employment, and a lot of opportunity. Outside of the employment, a lot of opportunity will be created for the culture, for the music, for the agriculture people. They will get a chance to sell their produce to the hotel. Taxi operators, they will get a lot of business from that location to Negril and to Montego Bay.
So are you happy about this hotel? Are you excited? How do you feel about it?
I'm happy about the hotel, but I would encourage our government to look more into community tourism also.
Can you expound on that? What do you
Okay, community tourism will make the tourism dollar spread more evenly in the community, and as such, I think if we go in and we sensitize the community-based people as to how to treat tourists, then they wouldn't need any protection. They will be the ambassador to protect them, and they can earn from them.
So you're saying like community tourism to you is like getting more people directly involved in tourism.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so you have this hotel that's coming there.
Yeah.
My immediate thought is like any properties around that property, their value is going to increase.
Glad you mentioned that. we have property. My mom left some property in my care. I'm the first from my mom.
Yeah.
And those property just increase because of the presence of that hotel. And in and around the area, it's skyrocketing in terms of value, in terms of price.
Have you seen like any sort of increase in either maybe perhaps increase for people to buy your land, or are outside people coming in and purchasing land in Green Island?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
I was with a couple recently, and they want a piece of property close to the hotel, and they're serious. Even this morning on my way, I got a phone call re the same property for those couple. They have serious interest in doing business there.
Excellent. And just generally speaking, like what makes Green Island special?
Oh well,
Princess Hotel aside, but the core.
Green Island used to be a port for shipping bananas.
Oh, I didn't
back
know
then,
that.
yes.
Oh, wow.
There was a wharf there, and it has its own name even before a hotel would come there. And so I said, it's a sleeping giant just waking up again.
Okay, so you believe there's a lot of potential there.
Lots of potential. There's no doubt about it.
The one thing I always appreciate about Green Island is like just before you go, like when you pass the police station and you're going over the bridge,
Yes.
in that bay, is beautiful.
No,
Beautiful.
if you notice, there, if you go around to the middle of the bay and you take a look to your left,
yeah,
you'd see a little island out in the sea.
I don't think I've ever seen
And
that.
that's why it's called Green Island.
Okay.
So whenever you go again, take a keen look. And if you can't see it that much, you might need a binoculars to pull it up. But it's there.
Okay.
It's there.
So it's a little ways out.
Yes. On your way from Negril.
Yeah.
Just about Hurricane Bar.
Yeah.
If you stop right there,
yeah,
you'll see it very close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, I didn't know that. Now I know. I learned something today.
Yeah, you can take a look.
And I understand. I don't know if you heard this, but like there are other hotels that are coming to that area.
Yes, two more. I heard of. I can mention this one. I heard of Hilton coming.
Yes.
Just down the road from that one, and I gather some others. I hear the minister mention, but I'm not sure about the name or the location. But it's Hanover.
Yes.
So I know Hanover is slated for huge development, and I would say recommend community tourism to get more attention. Community tourism is important so that the tourism dollar can spread.
Yep,
and everybody benefit.
Yep, and I've been encouraging people to pay a little bit of attention. You know, I don't know like the timeline in terms of like when these things are coming on board, but they've been like sort of unofficially announced that these developments are happening, and obviously Princess is very official.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just encourage people to pay attention.
Right. And most of what I'm observing also, housing is an issue. So in and around the hotel, you're gonna require a lot of housing.
And housing for who?
Housing for staff that comes from further in Jamaica, and they're coming here to work. They're gonna need housing. So those persons in and around Green Island should start thinking about, setting up properties for housing. And I noticed also that the enclosed gated community is getting very popular, and some persons might want to go that route to have construction for gated communities.
So we talk about this a lot on the show, as well as like housing specifically for the average Jamaican worker. What would you say, just your thoughts, this doesn't have to be anything official, but what would you say like the average price of rent for those houses should be, ballpark?
40,000, 35, 40,000.
35, 40,000.
Yeah,
and
Jamaican dollars.
And now you think would be affordable for the average person who's working in that area?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. And that's like, and I would assume that this is, because I'm like kind of subconsciously speaking to hopefully developers who are coming in, because as you mentioned, and I always mention, like, we need housing. We need housing for the average Jamaican in mass.
Yeah.
And so these would be new housing structures that would need to be put up fairly quickly.
Yes, urgently.
Yes.
Urgently, because I know the spin-off from this one that started, and then the next one to come, and then the third one, it's gonna be huge. Even commercial lots are needed urgently right now.
And so what are you seeing now, like, as far as the traffic in Green Island? I'll just leave it at that. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. And what do you think the impact is going to be when these places come on board?
The impact
of just traffic and traffic flow.
Yeah, observation. The town of Green Island is very small.
Yes.
And you can have a build-up of traffic in a minute. So I would recommend a bypass and have the Green Island town as if you want to go in there, it's optional. But there should be a bypass.
Well, I think they've been talking about that, right?
Yes,
they've been talking about that, but it hasn't been, as to my knowledge, it hasn't been confirmed.
Well, the layout of it was there when we were doing the upgrade of the North Coast Highway. The layout was there, and they can just go back to that and continue.
I see.
The layout was already there.
So logistically, it's not. You don't think it's that big of a deal to make it happen?
No.
Okay.
And in closing, I would say, Rotary Club of Green Island Sunrise will want to do a major project in terms of a community center. We want to do a community center. We identified the property already. We are in dialogue with those in charge of that property, and as soon as we conclude, then persons can hear more about that.
And do you have any fundraisers or anything of that nature coming up?
Not yet, but shortly we'd want to do a signature event like this one, the donkey race.
Yeah.
We're thinking about like art. Don't want to say too much about that.
Okay, fair enough. But when you get everything lined up, please let me know, and I'll be sure to let my community know.
Yes,
about
definitely.
it. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mr. Colton. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Mr. What's your last name?
Wellington.
Mr. Wellington.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're
it. All right. Okay, we're gonna line up our next guest. I'll be back shortly. All right. You're gonna be the last.
Come on, now, and the evening, you're amazing, you're enjoying life. Learning how to do the attention right now on the track. Two.
All right, for those that are just joining, we are here at the Negril Rotary annual Donkey Club races, and this is their signature charity event that they do here at Waves Negril, and they just shot off another race. But we have another interview, and we actually have the president of the Negril Rotary Club. Thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right. If you could, I'm just going to ask you to do a brief introduction on yourself, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay. I am Owen James. I'm the 2023 president of Club Negril. The club has been, over 20 years, the 20th anniversary. I live in Negril, from Negril. I've been in the tourism industry for about 20-something years, working. So.
And how long have you been a Rotarian?
I've been up very shortly. I have about 3 years. 3 years.
Okay. And what made you decide to join the Rotary Club?
I've been in and out of Negril, came back to Negril to live, and I scouted around to see stuff that I could do to uplift my community. Got introduced to the club and loved it very much.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Negril, Red Ground Negril.
But you left?
In and out, tourism. Working all over, yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's work.
All right. That's awesome.
I've been in the industry, worked overseas, locally, 20 years now.
And so what inspired you to do that, to give back to your community in this way?
Well, growing up, I always wanted to see my community being uplifted, right? So it just came naturally. Just want to see it get better than I see it is. And moving in and out, I realized that some other places I wanted to be like I see some other places. Right? So that's where I ended.
And also, for those that don't know, Red Ground is not the best neighborhood. We'll just say that. And so, I always say anybody who makes it out of the Red Ground, Whitehall area in a big way, it's not easy. It's not easy. I don't got to tell you.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. But there's a lot of persons like me in the space, just want the opportunity to reach out and do what they can. And I say from earlier out, I've been in the industry and I've stayed in the industry. I worked in management, senior management, supervisory roles right throughout. So, but
I was going to say that's very inspiring. And it's just like me and my dad were actually talking about this last night, but he was using himself as an example, just talking about, and we were just talking about the kids coming up, and he was just talking about really saying just how much poorer he was as a child, and that didn't have shoes, didn't have the opportunities that these kids have. And he wanted me to kind of like use that as an example. But then, like, I'm also looking at yourself. I don't know exactly your background, but you started from humble beginnings, and like you said, you moved up the corporate ladder, up these chains. And I think it's important to tell these stories and show people that it's not impossible.
It is not impossible. It's not impossible. My grandfather was a great JP in the era, Lily James, right? And there are a lot of persons like me. There are persons working in. I know person working in JPS, person working in NWA from the neighborhood. So there's a pastor that I grew up with. There's a pastor in the neighborhood also. So there are persons. It's just the opportunity for persons need to get out there.
I always looked at Red Ground as like this place that has two things, like incredible potential, like as a neighborhood in general, but then also just a lot of untapped talent that is looking for opportunity, and it's just very hard.
That is true. Because in my aspect, I have always tried to, where I see job opportunities, I always try to send it out, try to get jobs for persons. If I see a job come on my timeline, I put it out on my status, anyone see it. And I even met someone just called me once randomly and said to me like, what if I heard about anything? I said, no, not yet. She just basically said she sits down and watch my status to see like but I didn't actually know that was really happening.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's great. And we need more of that. We need more of this. And like this is like kind of one of the inspirations for being here is like is really showing people, showing the internet, like, one, there are things happening in Negril, and like Negril, this isn't just this beach and cliffs and
No, it's
tourism. There's just so much more to it. And to me, it's like showing this event, showing this community event, how well organized it is, how well supported it is, and then the diversity of the people who are
Yes.
here, and then meeting like different people like yourselves and telling their stories and just showing Negril, hopefully from a different perspective.
Yeah, Negril is, I would say, when you said vibrant, it's also multifaceted in a way, right? The different neighborhoods have their different way of how they operate. Orange Hill operates different than Whitehall, Brighton, all those areas, Red Ground, West End. All the persons operate differently, but they all will come together because the families are so connected. Also, they might be at a wake or funeral in West End, and you see persons from Orange Hill that their family there. So everything's kind of interconnected, but persons do, they just need the opportunity to get along and move along. And I think as a community, people like, well, Rotary, I just see, because this event itself is done by, we're all volunteers, right? We're all volunteers, and all the planning is done in-house, right? So it's been months we are trying to get everything together, and you see how everything pans out. We have locals, we have international persons, right? Adults, kids. I even got adult kids. We even had someone from all the way in Darlington just came through the gate and say, "Oh, I was like, oh, we didn't realize it actually reached that far," right? So, and it's spreading, it's getting bigger. I want this event to be something like, a veritable kite festival where every year persons from all over Jamaica know about it, come to it. That's my ambition for the event, and it's getting there.
And can you tell us a little bit about like what the proceeds of this event will be going towards?
Proceeds go to scholarships and also refurbishing and stuff like that. We do a lot of stuff. There's a get to school program that every day a bus carries kids to school. Also, we are partnership with St. Mary's Kitchen, St. Anthony's Kitchen, where we do meals every day for kids. And so a lot of all of the programs that we do, the club also does a lot of grants, right? For the past, the Negril Health Center is one of our pride and joy, where we have grants that our 12 million, the last grant was like 4.7 million that we enhanced and to buy equipment, all that. So we are a small club, but we punch way above our weight.
No, that's what I was just saying. Like when I opened up the live stream today, just talking about how impactful the Negril Rotary Club is in the Negril community. And I always say, I don't want to imagine where Negril would be without the Negril Rotary Club.
Yes. And all our members in their own right do a lot. You have Joan, who's the past president. You have Roman, the treasurer. You have Miss Bradley, who's up and about, and she's also the president of the chamber. So our members also individually impact the community, and on a whole, we impact the community also.
No, definitely. Kudos to you all, and I think today in this event is a great testament to your organization and what you're able to do.
And thank you so much, Ravel.
Absolutely.
All right. And come again, it's every year, so you come again next year.
Definitely,
all right.
Definitely.
And let's thank everyone over there on the World Wide Web. Next year, come out. Negril Donkey is a yearly event. Come enjoy, relax, and have this one of the spots you have with vacation. Right? Okay. Yeah.
All right, that was Mr. Owen. He is the Negril Rotary Club president. And we have our last interview coming up. This is Elaine Bradley. Be back shortly in like a minute. All right, all right. We have our final guest today on this Negril Rotary Club donkey race live stream. I think most of you know who she is. We have Mrs. Elaine Bradley joining us here today. Thank you for being here, Mrs. Bradley.
It's a pleasure to be on the live.
Awesome, awesome. So I don't want to assume that everybody knows who you are, but if you would just give us a brief background on, I would even say outside of Rotary Club and then going up to Rotary.
So I am Elaine Allen Bradley. I have been past president of the Negril Rotary Club about 3 times. I am also one of the charter members. I also am now assistant governor in charge of 5 Rotary clubs in the West. And I am president of the Negril Chamber of Commerce, amongst other things.
Yes, yes, yes. Mrs. Bradley does so much for the Negril community, and just a person that really drives Negril, puts Negrils first, and in a very large way with her time, with her effort, with her connections, and we as a community really do appreciate her. And to start with, everybody who I had on, we haven't really talked about the donkey race itself. So can you just give us a brief history on the donkey race, where this crazy idea came from, how it started, and how did we end up into the event that it is today?
Well, as everybody maybe would have said, the Negril donkey race is 20 years old. And next year is 21st. Hopefully, if I'm still around, it will be bigger than today. The history started in our conception as a Rotary Club, and we were spawned by the Rotary Club of Savannah Lamar. They are our mother club, who I am now their assistant governor for. And they chartered us, and so we needed something to raise funds, which was unusual for the community and the area. So we heard about Little Bay. Little Bay is the furthermost west, right on the tip of Westmoreland, Little Bay. Quaint little fishing village, as Negril once was. And they had a donkey race that they used to race on the beach in Little Bay. Because as you know, it's not a tourist town and it's not popular. So it was all right, and it was just for the local guys. Tourists heard about it, started going down there. When the gentleman, who, God rest his soul, who was doing the donkey races, because some of the Rotarians then used to go down to Little Bay. So they thought, why not bring it to Negril? Because not everybody could go into Negril. So I remember our first year, we tried to do the donkey races, getting the donkeys from Little Bay with a 10K run on the beach. Well, it started to work, but we didn't get many people. More people were more interested in watching the donkeys than a 10K run. So we thought, well, why not make the donkey race annual event if we have the longevity to stay the time. And so hence this was born. But I'm laughing because it was funny when we first started. We started with 18 donkeys, but then it was getting harder and harder to round up the donkeys. Don't forget, they don't have a farm that have donkeys. So it was getting harder and harder to round up the donkeys. So we cut it down to 9 donkeys. And it's a little bit easier, but it's still hard. Because as you know, donkeys at one time was to transport provisions to market, and from the field to the home, then to market. Now, not many people use donkeys. We are modernized, so we are more motorized. And so donkeys are hard to come by. Now, the young man that we've been getting the donkeys from, he started in Little Bay, which was ironical. And so he said, I can continue with it and get the donkeys to Negril. And so it's a hard job, but he does a brilliant job. His name is Joseph, and we call him Boy. And he lives out in New Hope, which is a little way from Negril. So he has to go into all the villages and districts and all the nooks and crannies to bring the donkeys together so we could have a donkey race. You cannot have a donkey race without donkeys. And we are always, every year it's donkey race, because it's getting harder and harder. We are saying, oh my God, where are we going to get the donkeys? Can we afford to get the donkeys? Don't forget, we do not buy the donkeys. We have to hire the donkeys. And every year to hire the donkeys, the costs go up. So the donkeys are on loan to us, and then we pay, and how we make the money is get, like Winthrop says, we get like Travelers, Treehouse, all these businesses to sponsor the donkeys. So they would sponsor the donkeys, and then they would come and dress up the donkeys to make it fun. And I must say, no cruelty to animals. We make sure of that. I am in charge of donkeys, and I am a nurse. I'm to nurse people to health. So I make sure none of the donkeys are hurt, make sure they are not whipped. And so this is what we do. And we make sure that the donkeys are well cared for. I stay here amongst other officers of the Rotary. I stay here and I make sure the donkeys come the night before and that they get water. They're tied up so that they don't roam, and the ropes are safely secure and around their necks. So we make sure from an animal perspective that they are cared for. And to make sure of that even more, we have a vet here as well, just in case something happened to the donkeys. So don't for 1 minute think that there's cruelty to any animals. They are not allowed to whip the donkeys. And I'm saying if people think we are whipping the donkeys, they need to pack up horse racing, because we are nothing half as horse racing. Horse racing is safe, but we do not whip the donkeys. All we do is their legs, flap the sides of the donkeys just to move them along. Because as you know, donkeys can be stubborn. As they say, stubborn as a jackass.
There you go.
So there you go.
So you're looking for donkeys for next year.
We are looking for donkeys for next year.
You hear that?
But if you get the donkeys, you have to get them together. We have nothing to go fetch the donkeys. The donkeys have to arrive at Waves event space by 4 o'clock on the Saturday night to make this possible.
We're appealing to the Throck community for donkeys. So if you guys got a donkey connect, a donkey link, please let us know. And we may need that for next year.
Yes, and you have to get the transport and everything to bring it here. We have 9 donkeys total. So if you have any donkeys at all, and we need healthy donkeys. And if you think your donkey will win, contact us. We don't want you to turn up on the day. They have to come on Saturday and it's organized.
Awesome.
So we don't want you to show up with a donkey.
So from your perspective, how is the donkey race this year compared to previous years?
So far, it's been brilliant. And thank God, it was overcast earlier. And I looked up to heaven and I said, please, God, just blanket us for today with sun.
Right.
We need the rain, but put it away. We can have it tonight.
Yes.
Let the community have their fun. And it's a community thing. And if you see all the community, the kids, Negril has nothing really for a community to get together to enjoy. Yes, we have the beach, but you need something like this to let off the steam, feel relaxed, and Negril badly needs a park that the community can go. Mental health is on the rise. And if you don't have an outlet, like something recreational, mental health will rise even more. So we are begging the powers that be. We need a park that Negril people, Negril community can go socialize and enjoy themselves. As Throp will say, look at this atmosphere. It's absolutely wonderful. Tourists book their flights. They ask, really, this year now, they are asking, all the tourists you see here, asking, when is the next donkey race? What date? They're already looking to book their flights.
Yeah, it definitely is. I would say the one event that Negril has that brings out like everybody, no matter what
Everybody.
age, from kids all the way to super seniors to everybody in between. And everybody loves coming out and enjoying themselves. It really is an amazing, amazing family event.
Yes. And we have the Peanut Man.
I was gonna say, can you go specifically tell us about like the different areas and the different things going on so we know?
We have the Ice Cream Man, who is a local person. We have the Peanut Man. We have the Shrimp Lady. We have the people selling their little toys. We have everybody from every aspect of the community literally come out. They are mingling with one another, tourists alike. We have bunny eating contests. We have kiddies ride. We have the bull ride. We have face painting. We have absolutely everything right in this little Waves Beach. And I must big up Rosa of Waves Beach. She's given us the venue and she knows what it's like to have a community spirit. And next week she's having a jerk fest. People come out, support it. It's to raise funds also to buy things for the fire station, for Father Jim and the soup kitchen. And hers is next week. And it's called the Jerk Fest. Please come and support.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for that, Mrs. Bradley. And you also have a bunch of food vendors as well that support it, and then they rent their space, correct? And that also helps support the event.
Well, we used to have all the venue with food vendors, but this year, Rosa, who owns the space, Waves event space, she has her own vending coming, her own cook shops. So now we don't bring in people to cook and do. We have one Rotarian, which is the Sunrise, Green Island Sunrise, and they are doing fresh juices. And we just gave them the space at a minimum because they're fellow Rotarians. So we don't have food vendors per se.
Okay, okay.
So the Jerk Fest will have food vendors, which is next week.
So you just have like the ice cream people,
Yes,
the peanut.
yes.
Gotcha.
So we support local people. That's what we do. So our event is to support, as I say, the Peanut Man and all those small vendors, the Candy Man and the Cashew Man and all these people. So it's a nice mingling among local communities. The kids are having their face painted. Some of the bigger kids are going on the bull ride. We have a thing called the Knock Me Down or something like that. And it's great fun. It's great fun. I don't have a lot of time to enjoy the fun. I'm too old. But I sit at the Rotary tent and I answer questions and I point people in different directions. I'm also a retired nurse, so I am the first aid tent as well. And the lost and found and the auction. So I'm into everything.
You're on the clock right now, is what you're saying. So you don't have time to enjoy it. That's excellent, excellent, excellent. Do you want to tell us about, I know Owen already told us about, but like anything specifically more about Rotary Club Negril or any events or fundraisers that you have coming up?
Well, as you know, this is our major event, which is the donkey races. And last year, for example, we raised about 25,000 US just for donkey race. These funds, they go and we send kids to school, and it's called a Get Kids to School program that we have. We support the Father Jim, the Franciscan Friar, with the soup kitchen. We support kids from kindergarten right up to university. And so all those funds, we do a breakfast program as well, lunch program, so our kids are well supported. The funds from here literally fund all these. We have little fundraisers throughout the year, but we maybe make about $50, $20. We're not. So this is our major. Everything goes into this. And we take that as our budget for the year to help the kids within the community. And we must say the clinic, health clinic, and we do lots of missions, health missions. I'm in the health business. So we do lots of health missions and we do lots of education missions. And we give tablets in schools. We do computers in schools. We refurbish libraries. Those are the things we do. Partnering with other Rotary clubs and other businesses like the Chamber of Commerce.
So that was the next thing I was going to ask you. Any updates that you want to give us from the chamber as the president that you'd like to bring to the table?
Well, for the Chamber of Commerce, our agenda right this year now, we have a lot on the plate, which we are going to bring to fruition. Tomorrow, Monday, we will be at the fish market and we'll be washing down and scrubbing down the fish market. The fish market is a disgrace right now. So we'll be scrubbing it down, cleaning it down, painting the walls and doing all that. That's our first project for this year.
I just want to interject. Like every year, multiple times a year, we do a beach cleanup for NEATs. And I would say the fish market is the worst.
Worst.
Like that's where we get the most garbage.
Yes. Well, we just had it cleaned up.
Okay.
And they had between the MP and the councillor to be Owen James, we had 4 major, huge truckloads of garbage from the fish market. And hence, this was the last week or the week before. Hence, we are now going to do the walls and hose it down and do all that. And all the chamber in partnership with Samuel's wall cleaning, I can't remember their name, chemicals or whatever. So in partnership with them, the chamber, and this is being led by one of our directors, Mr. Dwight Bell, with other chamber directors. During the rest of the year, we're vying to get the roundabout done because Negril Town right now is not something to be proud about as a tourist resort. And so we're vying for that. The chamber is constantly, and I'm not saying dialoguing, we're fighting, battling with the agencies to get things done. The agencies that are supposed to be working on our behalf, they are not doing a thing. And they talk about it, but nothing comes to fruition. Nothing comes to fruition. This year, I mark you, lots of things the government has promised. Our parish council, our parish council right now is non-existent because they are only in name only. I'm sorry, but they are in name. Negril should be lucky. We have 2 parish councils. We are worse off. You think we would be better off because we should have 2 of everything. We are worse off. So the chamber, everything that is constructive in Negril and to uplift Negril, it's the Negril Chamber of Commerce that's driving it. Don't forget, Negril Chamber of Commerce don't have money. We partner with people. So we are trying to partner with all the agencies to get things done. And praise God, we are hoping this year things are going to move forward.
Yeah, Mrs. Bradley doesn't hold back, as you can hear and see.
I don't. I want things to happen.
I was gonna say, but you're just telling the truth.
Absolutely, it's factual. Everything I'm saying is factual, and I am not here to massage anybody's ego. When they've done their job as agencies to look out for us, I will massage their ego as much as they want. We want action. We've heard the talk. They need to walk the walk.
Absolutely. No, thank you for the update on what the chamber is doing and the challenges that you're facing as a Chamber of Commerce. And
it's a battle, and an uphill battle. And I think the government agencies that are taking our tax money, they should be ashamed of themselves because they are not working. Or if they are working, who are they working for? Because they are not working for the people who are paying them. So they need to work and let the people see it.
what would you like if you had a choice? What would you like to see like the first thing done to Negril by these agencies?
There are so many things I would like to have done simultaneously.
Right, I know.
Right now, I would like to see Negril have a superb, with mental health rising, a park for the community to come out and do something like this and enjoy themselves, free their mind and their spirit, and go home feeling refreshed and loose up mental pent up.
Is there any update on the park?
Well, we hear that it's going to be starting this year.
But we heard that.
We've heard that before.
Like
yes.
honestly, I've heard that like at least 3 years.
For me, I am ever hopeful, and I am always saying, yes, it's going to happen. Yes, it's going to happen. I never say no, and I never give up. I try to take people at their word and hope and pray that it will come to fruition. And in my mind, deep in my mind, I know it's going to happen. With this government now pushing a lot, and with the partnership of the chamber and other agencies, NGOs, because the agency is not working on our behalf. So with other NGOs and the government now, I know things will happen.
Do you think that's the difference between this year and previous year's promises?
Well, we've been promising for over 30 years. Forget this government right now in the Negril space has only been here from local perspective.
Okay.
Say a year.
Right.
Especially our new MP. Because I am telling you, for years, we've been having promises. Now, I'm not being political, to be honest, but I am working from facts. We have had the same people in the local government for over 30 odd years.
I see what you're saying.
And so that's what I'm saying. Any person or people or group that will move us forward in a positive way, they are the people I am interested in. And I have hope that right now, in this Negril space and the change that I think we will have things happening in a positive way. And believe me, it's going to happen. Even if I have to put my life on it, it's going to happen with this change of this Negril space. It's going to happen.
No, I believe it. Even with the constant years of letdown and promises not being fulfilled, I still am very optimistic. I still believe in Negril. I still believe all of it we talk about is eventually going to happen. But we just have to keep pushing it. We can't let up.
And don't worry, I am pushing it. And I know it's going to happen. I feel it in my gut that we are going to see. Right now, they are trying to paint a mural on the sidewalk at the West End. That's only like putting a Band-Aid over a broken leg. But that's something positive. Having a mural on a blank wall, I know it's going to be a good thing. And that's the start. The roads in Negril, we have 3, and they are in a deplorable. And deplorable is a nice word to describe it. And we need them seen to right now. Our bridge on the main part of town, a car ran over it, and they've put caution tape. But we are hoping caution tape cannot stop anybody from going over a bridge.
I want to paint a clearer picture on that. There was the bridge, the South Negril River Bridge.
In the heart of town.
Heart of town. A vehicle went over it, took the railing clear out, and right now, and the bridge, hundreds of people walk across that bridge
right
every
across
day,
the bridge.
and there's no railing. There's
no railing. Tape. And so when people are walking there at the large stretch, they have to step out in the road, which is very dangerous because the bike speed, the car speed. Last week, one lady, she's a white American lady. She lives in Jamaica. She's a resident of Jamaica. She stepped out by the Negril All-Age School, no sidewalk, and she was knocked over. Luckily, an ambulance at the time was in Negril, but she died in hospital.
Oh my gosh, when did that happen?
Last week.
I had no idea.
Yes. And then another lady right near the bridge, she got run over, but knocked down by a bike, mashed her up. She was in hospital for nearly 3 weeks, and she died last week.
First I'm hearing.
That's how bad. That's how bad our roads. We are begging for speed
Oh
bumps
my
by the
gosh.
school, and I don't know what they're waiting for. She was walking along there, stepped out, bike knocked her down, mashed up her legs, fractured her ribs. She was in SAF. She went to Omega. They stabilized her, sent her to Montego Bay Cornwall Regional. She died.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry to hear
And
that.
then the lady last week died again, being knocked down. A tourist resort area.
And this is by the all-age school?
The one last week was by the all-age school.
Yeah. Man,
What
man.
are we waiting for? We've been vying for speed bumps. It's like a racetrack. They did rehabilitate that part of the road, and from they did it, it's a racetrack. We've been asking for speed bumps and pedestrian crossing. Deaf ears, parish council job, and they're not doing it. Parish council and NWA, they are falling down on their job. Everybody passes the buck. This one must do this. That one must do that. Parish council, nothing, non-existent. So we are hoping for a change. And I live in hope, and the day is dawning that it's gonna happen.
No, that's crazy. We gotta push for that. I mean, because it's a simple solution.
Simple solution.
Very simple.
Nobody's seeing it in their interest to look out for the people who are paying their wages. The parish council, the NWA, the NWC, JPS, they are our servants, and they don't know they're here to serve the people. The people are not seeing them serving, so they should all be sacked. I'm sorry.
No, we need to get the job done at the end of the day. And like I said, I'm very sorry to hear about those lives lost that I think could have been very much avoided.
And to say the lady who got knocked down, she's a white American married to a Jamaican, been living here for years, and her husband with his wife still laying in hospital in the morgue. He is here at Rotary volunteering today.
Wow.
And I thank him very much.
Wow.
His name is Landy, and he's here volunteering, and his wife died about 3 days ago, one day last week, and he's here volunteering. Can you see how our community people are good? We just need the agencies to step up to the plate and serve the people.
Well said, well said, well said. Shout out to Landy for, I mean, I can't even imagine what he's going through, but, you know, appreciate him coming out and volunteering this time.
He's going through all this and talking about mental health. Him coming here is releasing some of that anguish and that hurt. Just coming here, volunteering, mingling with the people. I thank you, Landy. I thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing us up to date on that, Mrs. Bradley, and letting us know what's happening with the Chamber of Commerce and things that are happening in the community.
And remember, the Chamber of Commerce is here. Individuals can join the Chamber of Commerce. More power in numbers. So individuals, it's $50 US. Sorry, I'm talking in US. I'm Jamaican. I don't know anything about US. But this is what it's at, the equivalent of $50 US. Individuals can join the chamber because we are more power in numbers. We have businesses. Don't miss the concept that Chamber of Commerce is only for businesses. Businesses are made up of people. So as an individual, your voice can be heard by literally joining the chamber. Help us to advocate on your behalf. That's all the chamber can do, is advocate. And when I say advocate, it's a battle. We are in a battleground with the agencies. We are at war with the agencies to make sure they're accountable and they do their jobs. And if we have numbers, we'll even make them more accountable. So please, guys out there, come join the chamber, join the Rotary, join wherever you feel that you can, your voice can be heard. And we are there to champion for you to make sure these people that's getting our tax dollars as their salary, we need to let them know they are our servants and they must work on our behalf.
I always tell people, like, if you live in Negril, if you're gonna move here or are moving here, Chamber of Commerce is probably the best organization to join, not only to give back and to help grow the community, but also to learn. I mean, it's such a great organization to learn about Jamaica, to learn about Negril, to network, to understand how things work here, and then also, of course, to make a difference in the community.
And saying that, I will just give you an example. Chamber of Commerce, we do like a Negril brochure. We do a Negril brochure, which is in the hotel rooms, etc. I had a whole case of them. I brought them here. I brought some here today. It says Negril, and it's produced by the Chamber of Commerce. It's just since COVID, we have not produced any. They're all gone. I had to send my nephew home to get some more from my garage. Everybody wants to know and live. And they're asking, is it free? And they all took one. And they are still going. And it's the Chamber of Commerce brochure where you have everything about Negril, all the businesses, all the NGOs in Negril. We want to start again to do another one. Everybody asking, when are we doing another brochure? But we have not. It's a little booklet, and we have not come around getting to do it yet. COVID, we stopped, and we will start again maybe next year.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, Mrs. Bradley. This was a very, very informative conversation, and I know everybody in the audience is appreciating it. And like I said, if you're moving to Negril or you live here, come to a meeting, join it. You make a difference. You know, if you've spent an extended period of time abroad like yourself, I'm telling you, your life experience, your professional experience, it really, really does make a difference in the community. Any little idea that you've picked up in your travels or being abroad, perhaps it can work here. Maybe it can't, but I think that, like, bringing together great minds who have a vested interest in the community, to me, that's how we get the greatest results.
And can I just say a big shout out to all our sponsors. There are too many to name. And if I start naming any and leave out any, they are going to be offended.
Right.
But our sponsors within the community, both large hotels and small hotels. Jamwest is one of the biggest. They have actually sponsored us. So a shout out to all our sponsors. And I really think this would not be possible without them. I can tell you that. And I'm grateful and I appreciate and I hope if this is still going next year and I'm alive or I'm around, I hope more of you will sponsor us as NGOs. When the chamber also has things going on, please sponsor because everything goes back to the community. We are not government agencies. We are non-governmental agencies. So everything we get from the community goes back to the community. And we do not extort the community. I mean, here it's $300 for children to come in. Obviously, and $1,000 for adults. Obviously, we have to charge. It cannot be free because we have to pay for venue. We have to pay for the rides. We have to pay for all those. We spend in the Rotary nearly 1.5 million to put on this show. And so we do make money and it all goes back to the community. So I thank the community for coming out and supporting us and all the supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Bradley. Pleasure having you on. All right, we're gonna start closing off here. Give me 1 second, I'll come right back. Thank you. All right, that was our last guest that we had on, and I think it was very fitting that it was Mrs. Bradley, the current Negril Chamber of Commerce president, former past president of the Negril Rotary Club as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to see if I can just do a quick walk around live stream. I'm going to switch to my phone. Let me see if I can do that now. Then I'm going to switch to my phone, see if we can walk around for a few minutes, and then we'll say ta-ta. All right, hold on. Get back to the donkey races here.
Come on, you're all there. You're almost there.
All right, hold on. Let's see how we can do this. All right, I'm trying to flip the camera here, but I think we're going to remove this. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is the best we can do. Okay. All right, let's take a quick walk. Hello. All right, this is an up-close view of the track. Make sure you guys are still on. These are like the bounce-abouts and the rides over here. A lot of kids lining up. The beach is right there. All right, I'm gonna start wrapping this thing up. Good, good, good.
What's the name of the rider?
All right, this is like the main area. I feel like it would have been like too noisy over here.
Happy Cafe, they won two races so far.
Ooh.
3 races so far. Thank you. Thank you very much. I guess that you're walking away with the award for. They're walking away with the award for the worst tempered donkey. Give it up for Happy Cafe. Come on, make some noise.
We need someone from Get Kids to School, a sponsor. We need a sponsor from Get Kids to School.
This is where the food is. Ticket booth is over there. That used to be my job for many years in a row. All right. Okay, I think we're wrapping up here now. I'll show you the beach real quick. Oh, I wish I could turn my camera around. I do not know how to work this thing. Let me not mess with it. I might lose you guys. Beautiful day today. Okay, that went way longer than I expected to go, but we had some good guests come on, some good interviews. I learned a lot. I think you guys learned a lot as well. Yeah, you guys want to be on my live stream? Okay. This is Jesse and Sonny. All right, give us a tour. All right, I'm wrapping up here. You guys are going in? Okay. Pick up all my gear and stuff. So, all right. See you. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're going to Drifters after this. Well, let's see comments. Well, thank you guys, everybody, for joining the Donkey Race live stream today. This is the first time I did something like this. Yeah, I think there can be some improvements there. There was, I mean, a little bit more preparation, I would say, more than In. There we go. Well, it probably wasn't the best position to be in, but you just learn when you do these things, and I learned a lot with this setup today. But I'm thankful that the Rotary Club was open to the idea, and hopefully they get some support from this community. Even if you guys just come out maybe next year, if you're thinking about coming to Negril, thinking about coming to Jamaica, this time of year would be good. So you can come out and have a good time, bring the family, and support by buying, sponsoring a donkey, or if you have any donkey connects in this area, it would help out. As Mrs. Bradley is saying, they definitely need some donkeys for next year, as they're having some challenges getting enough, an adequate amount of donkeys. But coming up this week, we just got the live. We'll probably have another video drop later this week. That one will be a surprise. Hopefully I can get it out. But we'll be live streaming again next Sunday. Same time, different place. We'll be back in our usual spot, I believe, next week, unless something fun and interesting comes up. But I think that is going to be the plan. Thanks so much for joining this stream. This is a lot of fun. I'm happy we got the guests that we did. You just never knew what was going to happen and who was gonna show up. And I'd love to do stuff like this. Hey, how are you doing? Good. How are you doing? I am on live. Yes. Okay. It's nice to meet you. All right. Let's go back to it. And I guess I don't even know how to end the stream on this phone. Yeah, hit the like button before you go. Thank you. That would be much appreciated. Okay, we're going to call it there. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. Let's see if I can end this stream. There we go. End stream. Peace. Have a great weekend.